long time. This was a ceremony carried out by the Queen herself in June when she came to be in residence at Holyrood, as the traditional preliminary to her summer at Balmoral, and it was again the 5th Regiment, the 5th Battalion of the Royal Regiment of Scotland, the Balaclava Regiment so called, who were here as the guard of honour on that occasion. And here they are again. This is a wonderful building. It started life as a monastery founded by King David I. There are still ruins of the old monastic buildings just towards the back. You probably saw them earlier in that full shot of the palace. But then it was really built by James IV, who, Stuart King, of course, married Henry VIII's sister, Margaret Tudor, and the palace was established really in his time in the beginning of the 16th century. And I suppose in fame and fable, its place as the home of Mary, Queen of Scots, is one of the moments that people remember, and certainly tourists when they come to go around the palace. I think that is the bit of history, rather bloody and short and dramatic, that they find most exciting. But it's a building known to all the current members of the royal family, and all of them have spent a good deal of time here. At the moment, above the palace, the Royal Standard of Scotland, the Lion Rampant, of course, is flying at half-mast. We will see when the King arrives, and when he is technically in residence, I think we'll see the flag raised, and it will no longer be at half-mast. After the coffin comes from the throne room, it will process up the Royal Mile, that route which the King took a moment ago by car, and he and the Queen Consort will walk from Holyrood up the hill to the Cathedral of St Giles, which is right by the Market Cross, where the proclamation was made only yesterday to the people of Edinburgh, and a 21-gun salute was fired from the castle ramparts. That's going to happen again to celebrate, or to mark at least, the King's arrival here. For the service this afternoon and the vigil, and as we've heard, the coffin will lie in St Giles for around 24 hours, and people can visit, pay their respects. And the people of Edinburgh are out in vast numbers today in the sunshine as the King and the Queen Consort walk across the courtyard towards the Palace of Holyrood House, to be greeted by the Lord Provost and to be given the keys of the city. And later this afternoon, after the service, the King will go to the Scottish Parliament, just literally across the street from the Palace of Holyrood House, to receive the condolences of the Parliament. The First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, was among those, as we saw, who welcomed him at the airport within the last hour. So from one Parliament at Westminster to another Parliament in Edinburgh, the one established in 1999, which was opened in that year by Her Majesty the Queen in a great procession which went from here, from the Palace of Holyrood House, up to the building where the General Assembly of the Church of Scotland sits, because the new building, the new Parliament building, was designed by Enrique Morales, hadn't been built at that point, and the Parliament sat in the Assembly Hall, a historic hall which was part of the great religious struggles in Scotland, which of course also encompassed St Giles itself, as we'll see. The Lord Provost of Edinburgh, Councillor Robert Aldridge, greets the King, and he'll introduce the Naval Regional Commander of Scotland and Northern Ireland, Brigadier Andrew Mudman, the Major General William Wright, who's Military Secretary General Officer, the Air Officer of Scotland, and the Chief Constable is there, and also the Sheriff Principal of Edinburgh. The King is very familiar with this building, and indeed with the Sheriff Principal is